Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. How you all doing? Good evening, afternoon, or wherever you are. Good. Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages radio show. I'm Spirit Medium Laura. For the first 30 minutes or so, we're going to focus in on mediumship, and then after that, we'll do a mix. But actually, for the first 15 minutes, I'm going to yada, 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 and I will do a group message that will be channeled. So stay tuned. Hold on to your seats. It's sure to be a very interesting show. At least I hope so. There's a couple of announcements, like, for example, if you want to get in the queue to be receiving a reading, the phone number to call is area code 347-945-5849, and that is also, everything I'm about to say is also on a website called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com, which is the website for this show. The top four things on this website is: one, to receive a sale. If you'd like 25% off a private session with me, that's item one on that page. Two is if you'd like to be in the contest to win a private session with me. Item two on spiritmediumtv.com describes that for you. And item three is a very interesting concept. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. So that's item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And item 4, which I'm sure this is going to get you, you can actually watch my bobbing head live in front of a live camera. And you'll see my eyes roll, you'll see me make funny faces, and you might see me make a fool of myself. So for voyeuristic thrill, go to spiritmediumtv.com and go to item 4, which is at the bottom of the page, to see a live video feed of this show. Tonight, I want to speak a little bit about being alone. Okay, being alone. So most of us think that being alone is a bad thing. You know, we feel lonely. We might have trouble being alone, so we resist it. Or, you know, I mean, like, actually that you might have to spend time alone, but also that you might be alone and not in a relationship or partnership, especially women, and sometimes men as well. We feel like we're better as part of a partnership than alone. But some of us are not like that. Okay, and I believe firmly that if we're alone for a reason. And if we're in partnership for a reason. In other words, some people, they thrive in a partnership, and other people need to be alone. Maybe they're very sensitive individuals. So whatever state you're in, the key here is to enjoy it, not to fight it. If in a partnership you don't feel right, maybe you feel the other person's trying to control you or whatever the heck it is, maybe you shouldn't be in a partnership. It's just as valid to be out of a relationship as it is to be in a relationship. It's just as valid to spend time alone as it is to be the life of the party and very busy socially. So if you have, and I'm talking about being shameful about, or feeling like I'm not popular, or feeling like nobody wants me, nobody wants to fall in love with me. I'm talking about that kind of mentality. Get rid of it. Rejoice in where you're at, because if you are alone, there's a lot of advantages to that. If you're in a partnership, there's a lot of advantages. But if you are alone, there's a lot of advantages. So I'm focusing on aloneness tonight. And one of the things is maybe eating exactly what you want for dinner when you want to eat it. Maybe you want a bowl of cereal at 9 p.m. You don't feel like cooking dinner at 4. You get to do things you want to do when you want to do them. You may want to watch a certain movie. You may want to go to bed a certain hour. You may want TV in the bedroom. The other person doesn't. Maybe you can't handle being around somebody who's snoring. Well, guess what? If you're alone, you don't have to deal with that. So there's a lot of advantages to being alone. And some other ideas about being alone. Times in your life when you've sowed the seeds for something new. That's what being alone can also be. For example, you might need to take a step back from projects you've been working on. Maybe the project is finding love and it hasn't worked. Maybe you put a lot of effort in. Last night, yeah, I'll admit it, I was watching TV, and yeah, I'll admit it, I was watching that show on the Learning Channel at 10 o'clock because I was watching the Long Island Medium before that, uh, which is also a thrill. But I was watching something, I forgot what it is, but it's parents fixing up their children, their adult children, into a marriage, like as if they were making an arranged marriage. And there was one girl who was crying and crying because her father was making it really difficult, and her parents were about to drop out of the whole thing. And she said, "I have tried to find my own mate. I have tried this. I have tried that. I have tried online dating, parties, set up through friends, just doing things I love to do." And I forgot her whole list. And she says, "I still am alone." So she wanted her parents to matchmake her. But when you're alone, you can, and even that, like let's say that you have been looking for a partnership, you have been looking for love, and nothing worked. Okay, it's time to take a break, because only when you take a break can spirit come in and assist you. When you're trying too hard to get something, you will inevitably get in your own way. And then, as I was thinking about this earlier, the quote from the Bible came into my mind, and there's a song also with this very same phrase: "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." This is from Ecclesiastes 3:1-8 of the King James Version of the Bible. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stories together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace. And so what this does for me, anyway, is help me realize that wherever I'm at is that time, and to stop resisting where I'm at, which is another theme that goes behind all of this. Stop resisting where you're at. Find the good in it. For when you find the good of where you're at, you will bring in the next thing. Okay, so we're going to get ready for our meditation, and then I will do a group message. So what I'd like everyone to do is sit back in your seats. Did I accidentally delete this? No, I didn't. Uncross your arms and legs and start to breathe from your abdominal area, slowly pulling in air, slowly releasing the breath, remembering that you are in the time to whatever you are supposed to do right now. Centering yourself in who you are, backing yourself up with where you're at. Deep breathing in again abdominally, and releasing air again from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to feel very soothed and gentle, very relaxed and open. If you are looking to have an other side connection, please call in your loved ones with whom you care to speak now. Have your hellos. If you're looking to have a life question answered, please ask Spirit now that you find the answer today during the show or at another time in the future. As you do that, I will go off and invoke the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. Okay, now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, there's a lot of white in the audience and light blue. So what I see is a lot of highly spiritual individuals here tonight. And the light blue color is the color of clearing and opening up new horizons for everyone. They're just telling me, Spirit, right now, this is so. And so what I'm going to do now is a little bit of channeling. I did not touch base with the ones earlier. I forgot completely about it. So let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second, please. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in to speak to you all about purpose. Each time we speak to you, each show, we try to have a different theme, and we chip away at you from different perspectives, hoping that eventually the inner you will be revealed, much as a sculptor chips away at stone to finally reveal the beautiful sculpture underneath. We do not mean that each of you is a work of art or a work of art in progress. We simply mean that you are underneath it all, underneath the facade of who you think you are a divine and beautiful creature. Each of you has your own purpose in life, and aligning with that will make you much more profound and gifted in your life. Purpose is the seed of brilliance. Purpose is the seed of magnificence. Purpose is the seed of luck. When you are in alignment with your purpose, you will find that doors will open for you where before you were fighting to get ahead. So, if something is not working in your life, please align with your purpose. Be silent. Go to a place of stasis. Perhaps retreat and become alone for a while, and ask that your purpose be revealed to you. Your purpose is probably one of the most important things that you could know or have in your lifetime. For when you align with it, your beauty and your bounty will begin. Namaste. Okay, that's very interesting. All right, so I'm going to go to the first caller in the queue. And it would be, oh, by the way, I didn't say this earlier. Well, maybe I did. I don't remember. But I go for the mediumship earliest in the show, and then I move to life questions, healings, other things, and some mediumship. Okay, I'm going to go to T, who was one of the earliest callers to the show. Hi, T.
Hi.
Hi, love. So, T. Hello. So you said earlier that the last thing I said to you came true, and that was da-da-da.
You told me I was going to pass my exam by like 2 or 3 points, and I passed it by 3 points exactly. And I was so happy. I was so nervous.
Oh, that's great, sweetheart. I'm so happy to hear that. Congratulations. And what does this make you now?
Thank you.
What is this test for? What was it for? Healthcare or something?
Oh, it's for licensed social worker.
Social worker. Okay, wonderful. And so we're going to go to spirit now because you're asking for an other side connection. And there is a female figure here for you. I believe that we might have even brought her in before. I don't know because I can't remember that well, but I kind of have a feeling. But what I see is a woman who's she's she's carrying extra weight on her, but she's got a strong physique.
Okay.
She's got a strong physique. She's
Okay.
She's well, looks like an older generation, more than your mom, maybe even a grandma, is what I'm getting the appearance of. White hair, steel gray actually, with a little bit of wave to it, pulled off the face. If it's short hair, it just looks like it's flatter on the head. There's some wave to it. She's got full lips, a narrow bridge, wide nostrils, very beautiful eyes. High-minded individual, although quiet most of the time, not very much a talker or a speaker. She also seems to have a male down the family line. That would mean that she's a mother of a son or a grandmother of a male, a boy of some sort. She's very kind. She's very calm. There's something going on in her chest cavity. There's a problem there. It looks like it's a lung issue more than a heart issue. Now, from what you're hearing, do you understand this, please, for anyone you would know?
Yes, that's my grandmother.
Okay. She's a very loving person, very sweet person, very kind person, very altruistic, very outgoing, much like you, and very proud of you, by the way, for having accomplished this big thing, this big landmark in your own life. And she says you're very gifted, Oh, you're very gifted, in the healing and helping of others. It's not just about the social work. It's also about the effect of the social work on the population that you will work with. She says you will be helping and healing people in remote areas or places where people don't get a lot of attention. You will be bringing in resources to them that they would not otherwise get. And she's very, very proud of you. I don't know if you know this or not, or do you already know where you're going to be working?
Well, I have a job now. I'm looking for another job, but I was actually just thinking about starting my own business company.
Oh, interesting. Like a coaching business or something?
No, more so like housing.
A housing company. Huh. But it doesn't have anything to do with... Okay, let me just say the reason I'm asking all these questions is because I get a feeling that you're going to be... I see children. I see abuse. Are you thinking of helping people find housing that are low income? What is it, or is this a completely different thing not to do with social work?
It's like housing for people that are in like positions where they're temporary homeless.
Yeah. But that's perfect. That's very nice. Well, anyway, she's very, very proud of you. She's so happy that you've done this. She says working from your home.
I'm working on it. It's not in the works. I mean, it's in the works right now, but it's just on paper.
So that's fine. It'll work out for you, she says, and you're going to get everything that you want. It's Grandma's opinion, and I'll go along with it because she's here. She says you do need to. Okay, she's giving me another message now. You do need to get a little bit. You're scrounging for money. You're trying to pull things together. She says you do need to get the money together for this. It's not going to be easy. She says, however, you will get what you need eventually. And there's some kind of a grant or something that you're looking to achieve, and she says you're going to be able to get that. It won't be all the money you need, but it will be a start. And over time, you will get some private donors as well, private donations as well, and you will pull this thing together. She says it will make you very, very happy. Even happier than you think it will, because you will have a direct effect on the population and you will have more control over it. She again says she's so very, very proud of you. She sends you her love.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, T. And the rest of the population thanks you as well, honey. Thank you, love. I'm going to let you go. Bye-bye. Yeah. Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, and so I'm going to go to Carol, who's wanting an other side connection. Hi, Carol.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, love. How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm doing okay.
oh, okay. All right. So you're from 724 area code, and you're looking for another side connection. I'm giving you a little banter here because I'm trying to get a sense of. I'm trying to get a vibe. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a vibe of somebody there in spirit for you. And I'm feeling it's more of a male figure than a female to you, energy wise. And it does not feel as old as a parent or grandparent. So it would be more a lateral energy to you. Are you looking for me to connect with a man to you that perhaps would be?
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
Okay. A little older, not much older. Yeah, not like he's your father, but more like a spouse or something like that, is what I'm getting. And the first thing I want to say is he has more of an original hair color. I'm quoting that, and he might still have had some of that color before he transitioned, is more of a caramel brown kind of color. It's not real dark, the hair, nor does it seem exactly blondish, but more of a lighter brown to that kind of a thing, a tone to it. It seems to have some waviness to the hair as well. So that's the first thing I want to get. There's a little bit of thinning on the top of the head. Let me see what else I can see there. This is just the first thing I got. Slender build. I see an area that, oh, he's showing me like an area that perhaps he lived in. Interesting. It looks to me, showing me terrain, like a neighborhood. It looks like it's hilly. It looks like it's suburban. It looks like there's middle class kind of homes, modest. One of them in particular seems to have some white siding to it. It's up on like a little bit of a hill, or it rises from the street. I'm looking up at it a bit. Not a real strong hill, but a rolling soft hill. White siding in the front, and then some kind of bricks, red bricks there as well. And there are leaves on the ground, and the trees don't have any leaves on them. So that's just something that he's showing me. It could indicate that you and he, or whoever he is, lived in that kind of an area. I'd like to get more about him, though, before I continue. There's something okay, there's somebody there with him in this, or whoever this is. There's somebody in this scene who looks like he can't walk, okay? It looks like he's in a wheelchair of some sort. That's another thing, another element. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but he's going all over the place. So I have to go where he goes. Does any of this resonate for you, honey? Kind of?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So this man that's in this wheelchair, it looks like he's being taken down a driveway. He's in a wheelchair. He might have been going for treatment or something. I think this is a man who was ill, was going for treatment. It looks like it's colder weather right now. He was not feeling well for quite some while, and he shows me also that he's lost some mobility or ability to take care of his body's gotten weaker, that he needs to be in this kind of mobility device, I'll call it, if you will. There's several family members that he's left behind, not just you. By the way, he gives you a big kiss and hug. He says, thank you for all the help that you gave him during his time when he was on Earth. He says he's not any worse for transitioning. He says that actually I'm much better here. I need you, sir, to give me more information about yourself. I want really solid, solid clad evidence from you, love. Okay, this man that I'm talking to. Okay, hold on, sweetie. Carol, hold on, darling. I want you to come in, sir. Okay. There's a mobility device that helps him get around the home. He's unable to, whoever this person is, looks like he has had something that took his ability to move. So that would mean some sort of paralysis or something like that. Does this make sense to you, please?
I don't know. Now, like, I'm kind of stumped.
Okay, but you do.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, but I want to break down the things that came in. The house on the hill with the trees around it that don't have leaves and all that, you resonate for that suburban setting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next door, there seems to be somebody who's in a wheelchair. Your house seems to be on the top there on a hill, or this house is the main thing. There's somebody next door that looks like he's not doing well. I don't know what that means. I thought that was the person to you. But since he doesn't resonate, or that doesn't resonate for you, I guess we'll just throw that out. Now, the man that I saw has more of a medium brown to lighter brown hair. He's got some wave to it. He's on the slender side. He's lost hair on the top of his head. You said that resonated for you. Is that correct, love?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I also see his nose is very pointed and straight, who this person is, this man. And he also shows me that he does like to smoke at some point in his life in the past. Yeah. Okay. Understand that as well. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we can get here about him. Okay. Family member, loves you very much. Thanks you again for service to him, helping him. He says you completed a big, difficult time in your with me. It was a very big, difficult time in your life with me. He says I've transitioned smoothly. I am okay. I'm fine now. He shows me that there's something. I'm trying to pinpoint the body issue. I'm getting, and this was even true of somebody else I was looking at a moment ago, but I'm getting that I go through into the chest area and into the center of the lungs. There's something going on, not able to breathe. You understand that, please?
Could have been an accident.
Then, okay. It could have been an accident. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's all right. Maybe I'm just assuming something here. Hold on. Sometimes it's hard. Okay, there's also two names that come in. One is Ed or Edward, and one is Carl. I don't know how they relate to the situation, if at all, but I will give you those names. Okay, there's problems with the heart with this person as well. It looks like he's had a cardiac bypass at one point, or there's a cardiac problem there.
Okay, it's Billy. His name's Billy.
Oh, you know who it is. Okay. Does he fit the physical description?
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, small build, like 135 pounds, wavy brown hair, thinning out, had heart extra valve in his aorta.
Oh, okay. Is he the one that was in the wheelchair? Okay, is he the one that was in the wheelchair?
No, I have a son that's in a wheelchair though. So as you're talking, I'm wondering if that's where you're adding that up at.
Oh, that's why I saw the guy in the wheelchair, because I'm seeing this person that's in spirit shows me your house and then shows me somebody in a wheelchair. So that's your son. Okay.
My son's in a wheelchair.
Okay. And so there's a man here, and maybe it's not your husband, okay? But this man that's here is, he's a family, he says family member. I'm thinking lateral to you. He's not much older than you or younger than you. That is coming in from spirit, has the heart problem. There's also problems with breathing. It probably goes along with that. So he's here. He's here to say hello. And did he smoke? At one point, yeah, he smoked in the past. Okay. Well, he's here. He's going to say a few more things, and then we'll move on. Let me see what he wants to say. Okay. Cardiac arrest. I have a lot of problems with my heart. Very difficult for me to get around on my own. A lot of people helped me, took care of me, but it was to no avail. I did transition anyway. There seems to be one specific incident that happens that makes him, get to that point where he's ready to transition. It's like as if he had a heart attack or a cardiac arrest is what he's calling it. There's one incident in particular, and that's when people kind of tried to help him more. I don't think it was known that he had this beforehand. I think the way he's showing it to me. Now, do you know that, honey, or do you know? You probably don't know that level of detail.
I don't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, he comes in to say hello. He loves you very much. He thanks you so much for allowing him to come in. He's around the family from time to time from the spirit world. There is another man here in spirit with him. However, they're not letting him through right now. Now, I think this is the man that we were trying to bring in earlier. Okay, that would be more of a spousal figure to you, or brother, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that person is here also. Okay, he's giving me a little more information. He also was a smoker, but that's not the reason that he passed. This other man that is with your friend. He says he's there also. Okay, getting a better view. He's here also. So, actually, he's pretty good looking. Actually, he's good looking man. I'm trying. His hair is on the lighter side again. He's wearing a hunting cap or some kind of a cap. He looks like he's more of an outdoorsy kind of guy. Sometimes he lets his beard grow in when he's on Earth, that kind of a thing. He's very attractive, very handsome. And I don't know how to say it differently than that, other than just beautiful eyes and nice. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, good-looking man, very good-looking man, very soft, sweet, very gentle. I'm trying to find somebody famous that looks like him, because he could he could be an actor. He's that good looking in a rugged way. Okay, he's got a nice build, and he laughs a little bit and tells me it's a hunter's build. In other words, outdoorsman, outdoorsman. You know, a big. He says I was a big man, big beefcake. He says, and he laughs a little bit. So I see him. You know, he's more outdoorsy. I see him doing things like he likes to do things. Maybe if it's not hunting, it's fishing. It's things like that, or building things. He's very good with his hands. A very outdoorsy kind of. Oh, also, he says, interestingly enough, even though he gives us all this kind of alpha male stuff, I guess is what you call it, he also says he's a sensitive person, he's a smart person, he's a thoughtful person. He's not just all about that. He also has another side to him. He says, you love him very much, and he loves you very much. Give the children hugs for me. Give them all love for me. He says, I've not gone very far. I'm just a dimension away. You haven't given me enough, sir, to really, well, I know she knows, but I really want to get something else from you. I'm going to be silent for a moment. I wasn't thinking when it happened. Oh. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't paying attention. Because okay, let me just say this to you, Carol. He does not look sick, okay?
Nope.
And it's an accident, more of an accident than an illness. A very, very smart man, very shrewd man, very fast, reflexes fast in the prime of his life. But this seems to me something that was more of an accident than an illness. Can you please confirm that, please?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to get that from him because I wanted to give you something concrete to hold on to. So he shows up here. He's very clear. I don't want to go much further because I have other people waiting. But I just wanted to, yeah, I know, sweetheart. But I wanted to give you that because it's your husband, your spouse, and he's in spirit world. He's looking out for you. He's looking after you. Oh, and he sends you warnings about things. He's still protecting you from the other side, and he loves you very, very much. And he wants to thank you for all the help that you gave him towards the end, everything that you did. He says it was a very difficult time for everyone, you most. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm giving you his exact words. Okay, sweetheart, I'm sorry for your loss.
It's okay.
No, it's not all right. It's not okay. It's not all right, but you're hanging in there pretty well, love. Thank you so much, honey. He's here and he's following you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, that was very sad. Wow. What a sweet man. Okay. On the prime of his life. Prime of his life. Okay, I'm going to go to Patricia, who's waiting for a live question. Patricia?
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Yes. So just give me your question, honey. Do not give me a lot of background, love.
I'm thinking about moving to another neighborhood, and I'd like to find out if that's going to go well, if I'm going to find another home.
No, sure. Let's take a look at that for Patricia. Yeah, that's a good idea for you. It feels like you're going to be near something that you need to be near, like work. And also, it also feels like there'll be more of an opportunity to socialize. It seems to be closer to friends and or things that are happening. So it's a good idea. It's going to be expensive though, and that's why you're worried. Or it's, it requires money. It's a big thing to do. But in the long run, as you're thinking, it seems like it's a better place for you to live than where you are now. For some reason or other, I feel a reticence or a hesitation for you to leave where you are, almost like you have a beautiful big place to live in, or you put a lot of effort into it, wherever you are now. But it would make sense. So you've been confirmed to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about selling this place, and hopefully from the sale of this place, I can purchase another place, because I really don't have the cash, So I'm thinking of, if that's going to go well.
Yeah, it will, honey. It will all go well. And your idea and your thinking is very good. It's going to be better for you. The fact about it going well, we worry about money, oh, can I do that? But what they're saying, of course, that's a no-brainer. People do it every day. You'll find a buyer while you're looking for something new, and you'll coordinate it. So, you'll go from one to the other. But the idea to move is well worth the effort, is what they're saying, your guides. Okay, it's well worth the effort, and you really need to do this for your own mental health.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
So, so it'll go well. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. God bless.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, and now I'm going to go to, and let me just make sure of something, because there's somebody else that I think is in front of her. Hold on. For some reason or other, if you don't push the right buttons when you come into the queue, you fall to the bottom of the queue and you don't even realize it. Okay, I'm going to Allison, and then I'm going to go to Mary. Hello, Mary.
Allison.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hello, Allison. I'm sorry. And then I have to go to Susie. I have got my foot.
I heard you say it correctly, but then you introduced me. You said, "Hello, Mary." And said, Allison.
Hi, Allison. What is your question?
Hi, Laura.
Hi, love. Just give me your question, honey, and no background. Go ahead.
Okay. What do you see for career opportunity either at my current very part-time job or additional employment, which I need?
All right. So let's just say, I'm going to make it to a simple question to begin with, and then we'll fold out from there. Okay. So we're looking for more money for Allison, either through her part-time job expanding or a new job, or maybe a combination. Spirit, what do you think?
I would be a combination, yeah.
Let's see, Allison. There's going to be a new job coming in. And that's going to be your primary breadwinner source. The old job, the part-time job, is not going to be expanding much. And it might even diminish, so that you'll just put all your efforts into the new position, which actually will be better for you in the long run. I have a feeling that you might want to hold on to that part-time job. However, it's not needed for you anymore when you get the new job. You won't be needing it. Okay. And there's something sentimental, or I don't know, somehow you're attached to that part-time job for some reason. Maybe it holds the promise of something you thought you wanted to do or whatever. But what I think, right? But the new job is going to eclipse that in excitement, and it's going to hold whatever the things were that were in the part-time job. It'll be in the new job at a different level, a more practical level, and it's going to be a more expansive level. So everything's going to be in there. It's not going to be, it'll be more commercially feasible. In other words, you'll make more money from it, and it might not be as, what's the word for it, altruistic, or there's something about the part-time job that is very limited. There's not as much money. It doesn't grow. It's getting smaller in what it can do for you financially. So the new job's going to get better. The new job's going to get bigger. The new job will be bigger, and the new job will have everything in it that you liked about the part-time job and more. So what I'm getting is new job. So put most of your effort into looking for this new job. There will be something right around where you live, not much farther away, which is good for you because you have a lot of responsibilities at home, and you really need to get home right after work. You don't have a lot of extra time. So that's going to work out for you. You don't need to worry about a thing else, and just keep plugging away.
Well, I don't have much to do at home. In fact, that's one reason why I don't work at home, is because I need to get out of the house, because I have nothing really to do there. So it's not like I'm raising a family or anything like that. So, I like being out and about. I like going to brick and mortar kinds of places just to get me out of the tediousness of being at home. Any clue about what this new job might involve? Because my career is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me just put it this way. There's not a lot of newspapers and magazines and radio stations in the town where I live. It's that kind of a situation.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm picking. What I'm picking up is that I like to honor everything I get. So if you're not let me just clear that up for a moment, because there's a reason everything comes out of my mouth. There's something about Okay, what I said was the job's going to be closer to home or not very far commute, okay? The reason, but it's not going to be in your true love of what you think your true love is, which is this part-time job, magazine publishing, whatever it is, right? Which is a very, it's a pure love, pure love, but doesn't seem to have the economic backing to it. However, it's going to be something similar, but in a more commercial way. So it's going to be, it's not going to be an exact publishing company, but it's going to be doing something that has to do with communications to others, providing communication vehicles or mechanisms, but in a new way, a more commercial way, which you won't notice it at first that it's really doing what you love to do, but it has a whole new face to it, a whole new look to it. So it's probably something to do with communicating to the public, something to do with a communication vehicle or mechanism, but it's in a new way. So, I mean, I don't know what it could be. It could be something to do with, Jesus, new forms of media, new media, for example. Right. So you wouldn't have thought of it. You wouldn't have said to yourself, oh, that's not what I was looking for. You're going to say that at first, but there's going to be a lot of money in it. And then when you do it, you're going to realize, well, this is communication again, but it's in a different way. Now, as for now as for your home and getting home or whatever, I feel that you need something. There's something for you that is required. So the job is not going to take away from you. It will allow you to live your own life also. You're an artist type. You're an artist type. You need that time to kind of, so if you're going into more of a business environment that's not publishing, in your off hours, you'll be able to do other things that you'll love to do. So maybe you're not at home taking care of a family, which is what I originally thought, but maybe it just gives you time to relax and do your own thing because you need that. You're a very private person. So anyway, just be open-minded, Allison, because the job that comes in will eliminate the need for the part-time job, and perhaps you'll be able to do something on the side that is for the pure love of it, but the day job will be more practical, but it will also have a communication aspect to it. Okay?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. That would be great. And by the way, I do love my part-time job. If I can keep it, I will make every effort to do that. And it's more than just sentiment. I love that job.
Oh,
well, to combine it with something else, but we'll see how it all plays out. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's okay. So that makes sense. That makes sense because that's probably the other thing. So you wouldn't have to commute that far. You'll be able to come home and do what you want to do with the other job. So it'll be a good piece. They'll piece well together. Okay.
That's what I'm hoping. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, honey. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Okay, Susie, darling. All right, I won't come to you right now. She's in the middle of something. Susie, I have to get to you for the end of the show. Okay, I'm going to go to Mary, and then I'm going to go to Susie. Whoops. Okay. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Oh, fine.
Thank you, love. And so just give me your question, please. Not any background. Okay, love?
Can you tell by the spirits or whatever if I have psychic abilities?
Okay, let's see what the spirits say. Ooh, the spirits. Let's see what your guides say. Hold on. Mary, and she's off of Skype. Hold on. You do. You have a lot of psychic abilities. But I get the feeling, or I hear that you're getting messages you don't want to get, or you're seeing things you don't want to see, or know. And so, do you live in a country setting, honey? Like, there's not a lot of people around?
There isn't a lot of people around? No, I live in a rural area.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
I said, do you live in a country setting where there are not a lot of people around? So you do live in a rural setting. Good. Okay, because one of the things it allows you to see, I see that you're seeing and knowing things, and some of it may be a little bit maybe it makes you feel a little strange. I don't know, but that's the feeling I'm getting, is you may be getting information you don't want to get. You have very little way to validate it because you don't have not a lot of people around you can you talk to about it or what have you. But
Yes.
yeah, and that's part of the fact you're kind of isolated, but you are getting messages, and you do know things about people, but you're not able to validate. Some of it is other side work, like mediumship. You're seeing people, and you're not quite sure what this is all about. Well, don't be frightened of it, sweetheart. You might want to do a little homework on this. Maybe there's some kind of teleclass or something you can do online, because I don't think you have a lot close to you to help you develop this.
No. I know I can feel people's feelings, and I know what they're thinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it's something you really want to know. It's kind of what I keep seeing over and over again. And maybe it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. But you can do what you want with it. I suggest you might want to develop it a little bit. And then since I don't,
yes.
Okay. Well, I don't see a lot of activity in your area to develop it. So you might have to go online to take a class or something. Some people do give classes online. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling in, love.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. And so we've got a few minutes left. Very good. I have to go to Susie, because Susie made a donation. Hello, Susie. Susie, honey, are you there?
Yes, I am. You wouldn't believe what happened. I think I'm going to have to give up cooking.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Fire alarm keeps going off.
Oh.
Every time I cook.
Every time you cook? Well, that's not a good sign.
No, I think that's what my message is.
Oh, they're
I'm
funny.
not supposed to cook.
Oh, well, that's funny. Okay, honey, so you have a question. Go ahead and give me your question, darling, and thank you for your donation.
You're very welcome. It goes to my favorite cause. I'd like to know if in this lifetime I will meet my soulmate and have a good love relationship with a partner.
Yes. Hold on. Yes, you will eventually meet somebody that you really love. It's just a matter of time and effort and looking for that right person. Do not fear being alone, as we said to you earlier today. We're your guides. Just listen to your heart, reach out, be the loving person that you are, loving yourself first, and continuing to love others in the expression that you have. Eventually that person will come into your life. A soulmate can be made. A soulmate does not have to be planned beforehand. Many people think that their soulmates are one and few between. We, as your guides, would like to say that you have the ability to create a connection with another human being that is a soulmate. And it is a new soulmate that you've never had before from other lifetimes. We are always we are always in the process of creating new love. None of you out there are static, including Susie. Each of you can create a new soulmate if you've already had soulmates this lifetime, or if you feel you have no soulmate. A soulmate is something that can happen without it being planned beforehand. It is a new soul connection that you can create in the moment. And so you will be creating this new soulmate connection, and you will love him very, very much as he will love you. It is important to cut the past or away from the past. This does not mean that you cannot love those that you once loved. It does not mean that you cannot talk to them. What it means is that you must, in your mind, set the boundaries of how much you will give to them or not give to them, say to them or not say to them, and most importantly, react to them emotionally. When one is in a position of neutrality, when one is in a position of neutrality with their past loves, they can pull in their new love. You cannot pull in your new love if you are worried about finding love either. We would like to talk about neutrality a little bit more right now. Being in love with love is not a place of neutrality. Neutrality means that you are simply happy with where you are now, including any relationships that you had in the past. If one has any kind of remorse or upset, that shows you are still tied. We are asking you to move to neutrality. Neutrality is the place of now, and it will allow you to pull in the new situation. Namaste. We hope that this makes sense to you. We hope that this makes sense to you. It simply means being kind to yourself every day in the moment, allowing others to be who they are, allowing yourself to be who you are, and knowing that leaving this space requires neutrality. This is what we are saying to you.
That's very interesting. So that basically, this new person is going to be a brand new person and not anybody I have already known.
Correct.
Okay.
Then the person will come into you through normal course of actions in your life. It will come in as you are relaxed and living your life versus being upset or hung up or remorsing over the past or remorsing who you have now. It will come the more you are happy, the more you will be liberated to pull him in and create a new situation for yourself that is loving and kind to both of you. We want to encourage you to go about your life as if you already were in love, and you will find the new person will find you. Namaste.
Yeah, that really makes sense. Very much so. For everyone, not just me.
Yes, we are saying this not only for you, but also for others, because others are in the same situation as you are. It is difficult at times to pull in the right person, everyone, but you need to go neutral before that person can come in. You need to see those that you have known in the past as benign in their own way, and forgive them in your own way. As you do that, you will find that the new person will be on your doorstep without much ado. It is without looking. The person will come in because you're focused in on your own life, who you are, and what you want. And then when the new person comes in, you need to understand that you are part of creating the soulmate connection. Soulmates do not just happen, they are made.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. We are working with you on this, and we love you very much. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. I'm going to say goodbye now.
Alrighty. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, that was very interesting. Wow. Oh, that was very interesting. I don't usually have a reading like that where the guides came right in, channeled through me. Okay, now we're going to go to Angela, I think. Let me just make sure. She seems to be waiting the longest. I have to be very careful because I can't see all the names sometimes. This is funny the way the queue is. Okay. Okay, Angela.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. So just go ahead and give me your question, darling. Not a lot of background.
Okay, thank you for taking my call. Just wanted
Sure.
to ask what do you see for career and money for this year for me?
Career and money. Well, the first thing is it's going to get much better. You've had a rough time of it, a rough go of it. And there's also a sense of you having to pull everything together on your own, like as if you're, I don't know why they show me this, but like as if you've had to kind of really be very, very careful about your finances, even though you've been in a situation where the other person should have been helping you, that was close to you. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've had to like kind of rob Peter to pay Paul kind of thing, and trying to make ends meet, and the other person's not helping at all, and you're the only one that's really being part of the solution versus part of the problem. And that finally I feel this kind of like that's ended, and so things are going to change now, and that you're going to be able to get a grasp on everything. You are very ambitious. You do have a lot of drive. You have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of past that has to be cleared before you can move to the future, because looks like you have some debt, things like that. You might even be considering maybe wiping the slate clean. And that would be a good idea, by the way, they're saying, so that you can move ahead faster to your new future. You do need to let go.
Say wiping the slate clean. What does that mean?
Well, do you have a lot of debt? Because they're telling me you do.
I have some debt. It's not a lot, but I know I can pay it off when I get my tax money back.
All right. Has anybody affected your credit?
I probably would take accountability for that. Or, I was really young and I got a credit card and I just was very irresponsible. And so, but at the same time, my mom probably should have never gave me a credit card.
All right. Well, I'm not saying it like as if you did something naughty or, wrong. I'm just saying that they gave me the idea that, well, sometimes people turn to bankruptcy or some kind of credit repair to help them wipe the slate clean and start anew. And maybe that would fit you. I won't advise you because I'm not a licensed advisory service in that area, but I get a feeling of you kind of wiping the past clean and moving forward. So whatever you're doing with there, you have to make a new beginning, okay? And you're going to do that. Okay, so if that means just new habits and then slowly paying off the debt that you owe and repairing your credit through good payments and so on, then go ahead and do that. And also there seemed to be somebody who was around you that was making it worse. I don't know who that was. Was it your mom? It felt like a boyfriend or something, or husband.
No, I'm not sure if it's just if it was my taxes from 2 years ago. It could have been that. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm saying it was a person.
Did my taxes for me.
Oh.
My taxes for me. So I'm not really sure if
that's the issue. Oh.
It's not my mom. Yeah, I don't think my mom is the issue. I think beginning, with credit card and being 15 with a credit card and me just buying clothes and never paying it off.
Okay, well, this is what let's just clear this all up here for a second. I think you're misunderstanding me. What I'm saying is I had a feeling that you were being influenced by someone, or you were paying bills, but someone around you was taking from you. Okay?
Oh, yes. My little brother.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You got to get away from him.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to set some boundaries in place. That's part of wiping the slate clean and doing a redo. Okay? And so that you need to end that. You need to stop doing that. You need to wipe your slate clean in terms of all your past habits and start anew. When you do that, you will find, because you feel like a very I know this is going to sound odd because of all the things you just said, but you sound to me like a very responsible person. And that if you just have somebody say to you, don't give brother money anymore, to get responsible with your bills, go about slowly repairing everything, you're going to be on the good foot. Now, let me just see, because you can make Angela, you may not have thought of this. You could have the best job in the world and still go bankrupt, right?
Yeah.
Right? You ever hear of a movie star going bankrupt? They spent too much.
Yeah.
All right. So what
I just seen that the other day. I'm laughing because I was watching a biopic of Tony Braxton.
There you go. And then, okay. So what I'm saying is, not only are you going to, I feel you're a responsible person, but you also need somebody to show you something, put a mirror on it for you, or put a spotlight on it for you. You need to change what you've been doing with your habits, which you've been trying to be nice to your brother and trying to, do this or that. You need to get responsible, and then you need to increase your income. So income increase is not enough. You need to change your habits. Now let me just look at that. Hold on. This is for
90 seconds.
Angela. Well, income is going to, yeah, I see you getting some kind of job. You look like a very creative person. It looks like something to do in the hospitality industry or something, either in restaurants or hairdressing or something like that. Very creative, and that you're going to do pretty well with that. So, what I'd like to see you do, every single dime you get, sock it away and start getting smart about your money. You're going to do really well in the future, Angela. And that's
60 seconds.
And that is your answer, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, love.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye, honey. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to say if you'd like a private session, you can get 25% off as a listener of this radio show. Just go to booklaura.com. And when you do so, put the event code as radio show, and you will be able to get that discount. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. It's been fun. I'm coming back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a good couple of days. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.